In this video, we're going to be talking about Vanry and we're going to be talking about high probability moves, guys. We've done one thing on Vanry. We've cracked trend. That's signaling a shift in momentum between the bears and the bulls. That's showing that the bulls are interested. The buy orders have started to be put in and we managed to put enough momentum to crack through this trend. Now, what is the high probability move that I'm talking about, guys? There is an invalidation point and it's a serious one. We're going to be talking about this invalidation point. However, if this plays out, expect a big surge to the upside in Vanry coin, and this is exactly how I'm playing it. Okay, so we're in the midst of a pullback at the moment, guys, and it's not just Vanry, it is the whole of the crypto market. Over the last few days, we've had red. I'd said in my video yesterday, guys, I'd done the altcoin marathon yesterday where I covered every single one of the community requests, like every single one of your altcoins. It took me ages. And I'd said yesterday, guys, expect over the next couple of days to be pulling back. We looked at Bitcoin. He's the big daddy. He's going to lead the pack. He's pulling back. However, we need to look and we need to understand where the invalidation point is. What is this high probability move on Vanry? So the high probability move we're going to be talking about, guys, is going to be the inverse head and shoulders. Now, let me explain this to you guys. Firstly, what is a downtrend? A downtrend is when you're putting in lower lows and when you're putting in lower highs. Just bear with me, guys. Lower lows, lower highs. Right, what is an inverse head and shoulders? Inverse head and shoulders pattern, guys, what it does is it indicates one thing. Because we can get a signal from exactly what price action is telling us. Remember, price action is king. An inverse head and shoulders tells us this signal. You're coming down, you come back up, you're testing the neckline. You're coming down, you've put in a new lower low. So you're carrying on the trend, you've put in a lower low. However, that is signaling that you've tested the previous lower high. So that's the first signal of a head and shoulders that gives you a high indication of a high probability move. Has it played out yet? No. Here's the head. You put in a lower low, guys, and then we're coming back up. Now, this is a significant point as well. And there's two types of traders that play this. Some people play the right shoulder, some people play the break of the neckline. The more conservative traders will play the break of the neckline. So we've come back up, and what have we done? We've tested the neckline once again. So you've put in a lower high, you've put in a lower low, you've come back up, you've tested the neckline, guys, tested the neckline completely. So the bulls have managed to push price all the way back up to there again. And now this is a significant point. This is the right shoulder, and this is what I'm going to show you on Vanry. You're coming down, and if you were in a downtrend, guys, what would happen? You would continue and put in a lower low. However, a right shoulder creates one thing. It creates a higher low, signaling that shift in momentum between the bulls and the bears, or between the bears and the bulls in this case. Then you've got the neckline, guys. Now, this is a significant thing, and this is the important thing. Some people trade this, the bottom here. That is less conservative because we don't know that that is going to continue to put in a lower low. We don't know that at that point. However, when you test the neckline for the third time, that is indicating that you've tried once, you've tried twice, you've tried 3 times, guys. Keep knocking on that ceiling, you'll break through. And that's how you play a head and shoulders pattern. The way that you measure it, guys, showed you it in the last video, from the tip of the head to the neckline, and then on the break, you can project that going forward. So that is how you can play an inverse head and shoulders. Now, let's do this on Vanry coin. You can see one thing, guys, what I'd said, we'd come down, we've put in a lower low. We've come up, this is the neckline. You've tested this neckline here, that's once. We've come back down, we've put in a head. We've come back up, guys. What's happened? Tested the neckline twice. Coming back down, now, this is a significant point. Where is this invalidated, guys? Because we've got a couple of friends here to hold back on, a couple of areas of support, and we're dropping the 20 moving average, which is the slower paced or the faster paced moving average, should I say, and we're about to come back and hit the 50 pace moving average. Now, we talk about support, we talk about resistance. This is going to be my invalidation point, guys. This here. It's going to be sat at 0.0262. We can get a little bit further down, 0.0241, but that's going to signal a little bit more weakness. So if we get a bounce off that, you can see that was rejection, that was rejection, that was rejection. This is the daily. The higher the time frame, the higher conviction. Rejection, rejection, rejection till you break through. We're going to expect this to hold as support. We're going to expect that to be the right shoulder. So if we just put our head and shoulders tool on here, guys, this is what I'm expecting. You've got your left shoulder, you've got your head, you've got your head here. You come back up, you've tested the neckline, you're coming back down. We want to come back up, guys. Test this area as support, which was previous resistance here, as support. Hold this as support, then come back up and test the neckline. Once you got a break of the neckline, how would you project it? From the neckline to the tip of the head. Then you put projections on the break. And then if you look left, guys, what usually happens is that coincides with the previous build-up of price action. We just stick this on here, guys. There's a structure almost there. So that would be the area that I would be taking profits or looking to take profits or taking profits along the way, trailing my stops up, well, however I was playing it, guys, that would be the target if we've broken the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So that's what I'm looking for on Vanry coin, guys. Expect it to come back down. Could potentially hold the 50 moving average, which is sat at 0.283, 0.0283. Could hold that, guys. That's a strong area of support. 50 does carry weight behind it. So it is a waiting game, guys. But look, we're pulling back. We're pulling back. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. If that creates a right shoulder, that's going to show strength. One thing that it's shown already, guys, tested, tested. So things are looking promising for Vanry coin. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.